June 1st, 2026. In the NASDAQ and SPY, right now we have a continuation of this upward trend, so our asymmetrical distribution of probabilities is to the upside. That's a fancy way of saying our bias is to the upside during our intraday moves. Yes, you'll get opportunities to take short positions, but if you see a nice long position setting up, you really want to be considering the daily inherent momentum that's playing on the backside of that. Let's get into the pre-market here and talk about what occurred during the pre-market today. Before the market opened, what happened? So leading into Sunday night, as the market opened, we had a push up, a consolidation, and then as the London Europe market opened, we had a selling off, breaking to this low here. And what was that low? I'm sure you're wondering. This low, look at the previous market day. Look at how this low of the pre-market action and when the market is actually open, look how that low is playing into the previous day's critical levels. Do you see that? Very important to keep in mind. And then look at this high from the previous day right here. Do you see this high? So these are critical levels to be paying attention to as the day unfolds, to look how the price reacts to those levels. So that's the pre-market. And then now let's go over the market today and look at the alignments with a 2-minute execution time frame. We're going to be using a 2-minute execution time frame today for this review. Let's go over the solutions that occurred on June 1st. So the market opens with a downward bias. So the 1 hour market opens, we're going down on the 1 hour momentum. 15-minute momentum is aligned. The 5-minute extended hours is going down, but it's weak. It's kind of pulling up. But what about the 5-minute regular hours? That doesn't take into account any of the overnight market. Well, that's in the green, so they're not in harmony yet. They're not in sync. So we want to wait until they're in sync, which doesn't happen until right here. Now they're both, see how both the 5-minute data sets are now going into the red? Now they're in sync. They're showing the same data. Furthermore, they're synced up with the higher time frames, the 15 and the 1 hour. So as soon as that happens, you've got edge. Sometimes it's small edge, sometimes it's big edge, but in this particular case, this was your profit right there. That was your profit for this trade, that alignment that occurred at 8:56 a.m. today. All right, let's go over the next alignment that occurred today, the next solution in the market. The next solution occurs right here because our 15-minute has finally crossed over, giving us permission to take trades to the long side. But our 5-minute hasn't started moving up yet, so it's a little bit risky. See how the 5-minute is kind of moving down? It's kind of staggering. It's kind of tapering down here. See that? So yes, you can take these opportunities when they align to the upside, when the momentum on the execution time frame aligns to the upside. Down, 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 up. Down, 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 up. Down, 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 up. You're going to get a lot of opportunities to take alignment trades to the upside here, but what we want to do is wait for the 5-minute to really start holding or expanding in the direction of the trade, and that occurs right here. Now, would you have made money on this trade? Because the entry would be here. Would you have made money on this? No, you actually would have lost with a 1-to-1. So that was a loss right there. We're going to mark that with a red mark. Now let's go over the other opportunities you had right here. This is one that I happened to take today. Why? Well, the 5 was in such strong territory, really highly elevated, and it was tapering off slowly, and it wasn't like dumping. It wasn't going aggressively off, downward rather. So when I saw this momentum flip down, 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 up, when I saw that, I did end up taking this trade for that reason. I took this particular trade, which was a win for a 1-to-1 ratio. So that's good. Very good. And you could have taken other opportunities in here. That would have been, some would have been wins, some would have been losses. Remember, with a 1-to-1, you just need a 55 to 60% win rate to make consistent profits, not random profits, consistent profits. Let's look at the next alignment that occurred today. Let's see. 5 minute needs to start going up, not down. Look at this, down. We want it to start going up. Now it's going up, see? Curling back around. So you already know that if we pull up again, if we have another pump on the execution time frame, these are pumps right here. See this? See how it pumps? The momentum, it's not random. It goes with, there's literal rhythm within the momentum fluctuations in markets. Just like a lot of natural systems. When you see that next alignment to the upside, that might be a good opportunity, specifically if the 1 hour is still building upward momentum, the 15 is holding strong upward momentum, and the 5 minute is showing some support as well. It's a good opportunity right there. That would have been a great win. Was there another one? Let's see. Was there another solution in the market today that you could have utilized? Yes, there was. Look, we're now in the green. We're pushing up on the 5. Now we want to wait for another momentum pump on the execution time frame, in this case, the 2 minute chart. And look what happens here. Down, 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 up. That's your entry. Right there. Another solid win. And for the rest of the day, there wasn't another alignment. There was not another opportunity for the rest of the day. Why? Because nothing else was aligned. The momentums were not aligned the rest of the day. And it was the last hour, hour and a half of the market. Not very fun. There was one situation, one setup that I wanted to go over, which is leading up into the end of the market, we have the 15 minute headed down. We're leading into the end of the market right here. Our 5 is in the red and strong in the red. So when this flips back over, no, it's not an official entry because the 15 hasn't crossed over yet, but man, look at this. Look at how clean the price action reacts to momentum alignment. You know, it really is beautiful. It really is something beautiful. If we wait for the 15 to start crossing over, then we run out of time. We don't get any opportunities. Yes, you could have taken this one right here. Why? Why do I say you could have taken? Why did I say that? Because right here at this very moment in time, 10 minutes before the market closes, very risky because the algorithms are about to turn on. But why do I say that? Because the 5 is going strong in a line. The 15 literally is crossing over at this point, and you get a momentum pump in alignment. Look at this, up, 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 flipping down, which is what we need. So that would have been another one right there. So all in all, we had a lot of setups today. 3 to 5 setups a day is normal on NQ, but if you're looking at any particular stock, it's going to happen about 3 to 5 times a day where you get opportunities. And with that much being said, that was June 1st. I will see you in the next one.